Hey everybody, it's Mark, DoctorDeadwax, and it's time for another video. This is going to be retracing the Groove 9. This is where I talk about records from my collection as opposed to when I talk about records that I've just bought, cleaned, and just bought, or records I've just cleaned and listened to. So, drinking a Founder's Breakfast Stout. This is a double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. Take it out of the fridge, let it sit on the counter for one side of a record, and open it up. It's fantastic. It's the perfect temperature. All that coffee and chocolate, oatmeal, all those flavors, they just all come out of it at this perfect temperature. Cheers, everybody. Hope you're doing well. So, oh, there's a weird shadow here, but there's a portable heater for Litha. She likes to lie in front of the heater and cook herself. It's winter. It's damn cold here, so she's like me. She can never be warm enough. First up, The Amazing Adventures of Simon by John Sermon with Jacques DeJohnette. So this is a duo record on ECM, German pressing, and just another one of the great ECM titles. I don't know, what ethereal, landscapey, just gorgeous. John Sermon plays soprano and baritone sax, bass clarinet, and synthesizer, and Jacques DeJohnette plays drums, congas, and electric piano. And a lot of people don't know that Jacques DeJohnette plays electric piano, but he does. And he plays it really well, actually. Well enough that I know he's recorded at least one record on electric piano. So, another one that I've been listening to, I mean, quite the jump. These are kind of in the order I listen to them. This is Budgie. This is their self-titled first record. It's actually a promotional copy, sample copy on cap. They didn't have a white label cap that I know of for their promos, but there's this. So I gave this a spin. I hadn't spun this in a while. Not since I got it. I remember when I got it, I was on the fence about getting rid of it. It's kind of uncommon. It's kind of hard to find, but it had a couple scratches on it that ticked the whole way through. For 2 or 3 minutes at a time, but I hadn't played it since I got my new table a year ago with a different cartridge, and it's amazing how where the stylus sits in a groove can affect the way a record sounds. There's a couple scratches on here that don't actually make a sound anymore, which means the stylus is riding below the damage to the wall. So it's all about how small the stylus is, how low it sits in the groove, the shape of the stylus, and where it makes contact with the wall. So it's kind of interesting how the different shapes of a stylus and different sizes can affect the amount of vinyl and or groove noise that you hear. But anyway, back to the record. Kind of Black Sabbath-y. Definitely that early 1970s hard rock, not heavy metal yet, but heavy. And really good, actually. I really like it. I'm always surprised. I like early Sabbath. I like this. When things get a little more metal, I'm out. But I do like a good solid groove rock that's heavy. So it was great to spin that. I've just been pulling records blindly out of the bins here lately, so that's how I've been picking the records I've been listening to, which is how I wound up, I think, listening to this again. I think I've shown this in one or more of the 9 Retracing the Grooves. But Van Morrison St. Dominic's preview. This is my first U.S. pressing of this. I have a first Canadian, a first U.S., and thanks to David, I have a first U.K. So, great record. Jackie Wilson said, Gypsy, Listen to the Lion, St. Dominic's Preview, Almost Independence Day. Just another fantastic Van Morrison record. I'm such a huge fan. People probably get sick of me always talking about him, but just a great blend of rock with soul and R&B and jazz influences and folk. And anyway, another one that I've been listening to is Pelican and Mono. This is a split 12. I'm not sure if it's a split album or a split 12 EP, but I'm pretty sure it's an album. The songs are pretty long. It's in lovely lollipop, golden urine colored vinyl. And this gets kind of heavy at times. And I mean, I really like post-rock. Actually, I love post-rock. I love kind of that build that comes with it, and that it's usually instrumental. And I like all of that, but the one thing I don't like about it is it's usually suffers from modern recording techniques, brick walling, compression. I think some of the bands actually embrace that kind of compression, distortion, and that just I find jarring and fatiguing to listen to. So, you know, I like the music on this, but at times I get disconnected from it because of the way it sounds. But you know, it's not the heavy that drives me crazy; it's the way the heavy's recorded, which always is what's kind of put me off of buying more post-rock. I need to find like a list of 25 well-recorded post-rock records to add to my collection. But this is really good. I mean, if this is your thing, I suggest go for it. There's another one I might have shown actually in another Retracing the Groove. Close to the Edge, yes. This is, in my opinion, their best record, 1972. This is a Canadian pressing in a unipack with the original lyric insert tip-in sheet, and it's just on your standard. I don't believe there's a Canadian Red Atlantic of this. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this copy. I have so many copies of this. This is going in my sale bin. I have so many copies of this record, and this one's it plays without any clicking, but it's a little crackly, and I have better sounding copies of this. But yeah, it's a pretty good sounding one. Here's another one that's going out. Wings Wildlife. I remember listening to this and kind of liking it. This is original Apple, but with custom labels. This one's a little scratched and beat up, and I don't know. It's an okay record. I think I don't know. It's Paul McCartney. Like, there's just too much Paul McCartney. At some point, he should have walked away. But that's okay. You know, it's kind of quirky, kind of reggae, kind of. Sweet Lou Donaldson. This is on Blue Note. Solid Blue Black B. I think this has Van Gelder and the Deadwax. No, actually, this doesn't have Van Gelder and the Deadwax. This has, it's kind of, there's a couple vocal tracks on here. I think a vocal track starts each side, so it's not just an instrumental jazz LP. It's a little funky. It's a little bit smooth. It's a, you know, it's that classic sound of that period of the mid-70s when this was released. What is it? 1974, I think it is. So, good record. You know, these are $5 to $10. Definitely worth grabbing if you like. It's not. If you like straight ahead jazz, don't buy that. But if you like something a little funky, I'd say grab that when you see it at that price. Synergy. This is electronic realizations for rock opera. This is on the Passport label. I really like this this version of the Passport label. Instead of the ship that's on it, this has like a globe, which I think is really cool. So this is the first record from Synergy. Larry Fast, I don't know if anybody knows the story of him, but he was doing like an interview on PBS that I think Rick Wakeman or John Anderson heard. They contacted him. They got him over to England, I believe, to work with Rick Wakeman to help create keyboard programming and sounds for Yes's Tales from Topographic Oceans. In the process of that, John Anderson and Rick Wakeman landed Larry Fast a record deal, and this was the first record that was put out. And this is, you know, it's that lovely old tubey, analog synths. This is great, actually. This is really good. if you like progressive rock, or if you like Tangerine Dream, that kind of stuff, that kind of progressive electronic, check this out. I believe this is all Larry Fast, and it's all stuff like Mini Moog, Oberon expander modules, sequencers, controlled devices, all that kind of stuff. So if you like your electronic keyboard kind of bass stuff, grab that. Here's Monkey Chateau by Elton John, and this is an original pressing that has this kind of letter closing cover or whatever it is. It's on uni, and always reminds me of the cover art for Derek's record that Steffi Vaughn did, this uni label. Or I would say her artwork reminds me of this. But and this is a promo or sample copy of this. And great, this is just one of Elton's great records. And one of his best songs is on here, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatter's. Has to be a top 10 Elton John song. So that's 11 minutes. I'm going to stop it there. I like to keep these 10 minutes, so I'm already over and I don't want to have to go back and re-record it. So anyway, that's what I've been listening to lately. Any thoughts, any feedback, whatever, leave me a comment. And I've got another stack, so I'll do another one of these soon. So have a great day, everybody. Keep the record spinning.